leader of the Trinamool Congress who has strongly condemned what the Congress party has done. And we are talking about Babul Supriyo, once part of the BJP, now part of the TMC. Babul Supriyo has taken a very strong position. What has he said? Remember, the Prime Minister also mentioned in his speech that allies themselves are distancing themselves, are ashamed of what the Congress party did. And that is why TMC Neta Babul Supriyo says, and I quote, "The shirtless protest by members of the Indian Youth Congress at the AI Summit reflects poor judgment. At a forum attended by international leaders and global business figures, such conduct sends the wrong message about our national priorities. Democracy guarantees the right to protest, but it also demands responsibility. When representing India before the world, partisan theatrics must give way to maturity and restraint. Political differences can be fought relentlessly, but never at the expense of the nation's honor and dignity." And this is not the first, party from the opposition bloc, that is the Trinamool Congress, that has come out and questioned what the Congress party has done. We've heard voices from the Samajwadi Party. We've heard voices from the RJD. And now it is the Trinamool Congress. But here there is clarity. Babul Supriyo of the Trinamool Congress says political differences can be fought relentlessly, but never at the expense of the nation's honor and dignity. My colleague Rajesh is joining us on this broadcast. Rajesh, Trinamool Congress has drawn the line. They have said that what the Congress party did reflects poor judgment. And at a global stage, when the world's eyes are on India, you cannot do anything which, comes at the expense of the nation's honor and dignity. Let's also remember this is coming at a time when the focus is going to be on elections in the state of West Bengal. This is coming at a time when the Prime Minister has also pointed out how allies of the INDIA bloc, parties like TMC, parties like DMK have distanced themselves from what the Congress party has done. They're ashamed of what the Congress party has done.
Absolutely, and his statement is very much politically significant because Babul Supriyo is not only a TMC leader, he is also tourism minister of the state. So after this shirtless protest carried out by the members of Indian Youth Congress, now Bengal Minister Babul Supriyo and TMC leader Babul Supriyo has come out with his own version, making his stand clear, and he has strongly criticized the act conducted by the members of Indian Youth Congress. He has said that that can send a wrong message about the national priority to those international leaders and business tycoons, all the business figures, because that was an event which was attended by a lot of international leaders and business tycoons and all those business figures, of course. So that will send definitely a wrong message about India when it is the question about India's honor, national honor and nation's dignity. So he is willing to keep aside all those political differences and willing to fight for the nation only, because Babul Supriyo, being a TMC leader, has also criticized.
Right, and like you mentioned, a minister in West Bengal, a leader of the Trinamool Congress. Rajesh, I would also like to understand from you, is this also the position, the official position of the Trinamool Congress when it comes to what the Congress did at the AI Summit?
No, TMC has not declared this version as their official position till now. We have seen TMC leaders have shared their version regarding this shirtless protest at the AI Summit. Few days back, we have seen another minister, Shashi Paja, has reacted on the same issue. Mohua Mitro has also took to the Twitter and criticized all these things, but they have supported the protest because they have said that all the political persons, all the political parties have right to protest. But Babul Supriyo has made his stand clear, saying that everybody has a right to protest. This confirms by the Constitution of India, by the democracy. But you should have some responsibility, because when it is a question about India's honor and dignity of the nation. So Babul Supriyo is a different and exceptional from every leaders, and he is willing to set aside all those political differences and questioned about the act whatever conducted by the members of Indian Youth Congress at the AI Summit for this back.
Right. So Babul Supriyo has taken a position where he says that partisan theatrics should not take place at a time when world's eyes are on India, when the focus is on India's achievements. That's the stand of a leader of the Trinamool Congress. Let's shift our focus to what the Congress party has been saying. The Congress party is absolutely defiant. Yesterday, you saw they came up with the imagery of Mahatma Gandhi to defend the protest. Today, they are once again targeting the Prime Minister after he called them out. And not just the Prime Minister. Leaders of the INDIA bloc, people across the country, those who were part of that very summit. We saw how people even came out and slammed the Congress at that moment when they carried out that topless, their shirtless antiques at the Bharat Mandapam. Now a defiant Congress continues to defend the shirtless protest. They are saying that this is democratic, this is constitutional. Why should we not highlight the follies of the Prime Minister? Listen to what the Congress has to say.
मोदी जी ने ही देश बनाया है। जब से मोदी जी आए, जब से हमने कपड़े पहने, वरना हम तो नंगे भूखे नंगे घूमते थे। हमारे तन पे ना कपड़े थे, ना पेट में अन्न था। तो मोदी जी ने दिया ना। इस देश के अंदर मोदी जी के अलावा तो किसी ने कुछ किया नहीं। पूरा देश मोदी जी ने बेच दिया अमेरिका के हाथों। इतना कमजोर प्रधानमंत्री देश ने कभी नहीं देखा। जो डील आपने डर करके की है, आपको पता था कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर होने वाला है, आपने एकदम जल्दबाजी के अंदर डील ऐलान किया। आपने घुटने टेक करके देश का सौदा कर दिया। आप बात कर रहे हो।
So you heard that reaction coming in from the Congress party, and now let's take a look at what B.V. Srinivas of the Congress has to say. He's reacting to the Prime Minister's scathing criticism. He says, and I quote once again, the victim of century is shedding tears. It happened like this because of IYC protests. It happened like that. Did the Indian Youth Congress bring in the Chinese dog? They are now bringing up all the controversies that took place. Did the Indian Youth Congress get stalls for institutions, for fraud institutions like Galgotias? Did the Indian Youth Congress sign an anti-India trade deal? Did Indian Youth Congress's name come up in the Epstein files? These are the kind of questions that the Congress party is now asking to deflect.
Trying to get a perspective about what is actually happening. What the police is saying, they have drawn a comparison to the Gen Z protests that happened in Nepal in February, last year, and they have also said that they are currently looking into the matter of the intention and funding of these particular protests that happened at the AI Summit, because as you rightly mentioned, it was a global spectacle where leaders from all across the world have come in. The CEOs of some of the MNCs were there. So the intention behind the protest, how did those people get the entry? Did they get the entry as a part of someone from the corporate part, or as they were going to get the entry as the visitor? Also, the funding of these protests and also the intention and the motive behind all these protests is something that the Delhi police is currently looking into. Talking about the politics that is happening, the tweet the post that you just read about Srinivas Devi, he has to explain it to his own allies, Akhilesh Yadav and other parties as well, that whether they are also, as he said, very soft, because they have also openly condemned whatever happened at the AI Summit at Bharat Mandapam. They have also said that yes, there could be political differences, but there has to be a time, place and venue for all the protests.
Yes.
So Congress has a lot of people
right
to
now
answer.
has put the Congress on the mat and has drawn a distinction. The Prime Minister has made it very clear that the Congress should not be conflated with the opposition, because in this particular case, leaders from the opposition have distanced themselves. Allies of the Congress party are ashamed. They are also calling out the Congress party, like we've seen in the case of Trinamool Congress's Babul Supriyo. Thank you so much, Shivam, for joining us on this broadcast with the Prime Minister.